Everyone coming to you guys with a quick reading on Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun. Right now, they've been dating for the last couple of months, you know what I mean, and everybody always been since summer, you know what I'm saying. Everybody been talking about Sydney Sweeney whole time, and especially during the Jeff Bezos wedding, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, she was the it girl, you know what I'm saying, with Jeff Bezos wedding with Lauren Sanchez, and that from there, you see Tom Brady, you saw Orlando Bloom, then we saw Scooter Braun, we see, he was at the wedding also too, But one thing with Gemini men, and I mean, Scooter's a Gemini, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so one thing with Gemini men, whenever I see the eye lost on something, they want it, they're gonna go after it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're gonna do whatever it takes. And Gemini men can be very, very cocky, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you see them dating for the last couple of months, but we saw this weekend, Halloween weekend, I believe on November 1st, last weekend, we saw Sydney, with her ex, you know what I'm saying, yeah, in the car, you know what I'm saying, yeah, you know, so right now that was not a good look, and you hear right now, in the media that they're saying, today, that she's not getting back with her ex Jonathan, never getting back, and I always try to tell people never say never, because whenever they say never, it is always be the opposite. So people have to be careful, never say never and ever, yeah, those two words, never and ever, you have to be careful. A lot of times it's like the universe is making eat them words, I'm saying, yeah, that is one word I try to say never, I'm saying, I always tell people that, I always say I would not like to, instead of saying never. But anybody that's saying never, it is always be the opposite. I'm saying, yeah, it always go back. So the fact that that the publicists and them saying that they put that in the media that she's never going back with her ex Jonathan, anything is possible in the near future. I'm saying, yeah. Um, when I look at when you look at Jonathan, he's also to remember he's a Gemini, just like Scooter, and both Jonathan also to Gemini and Scooter is Gemini. So, both of them, is ego. What I'm saying? Yeah, because as I say, Sydney right now, everybody, talking about her, I'm saying? Yeah, So I can see that making sense. But also too, remember Sydney and Jonathan had some history together. They were engaged, a break off the engagement and stuff, and I think in 2024. I think they was dating for like 2 years from 2022 to 2024, I believe. And when you look at Sydney, she's Virgo, but she have certain Scorpio she have Scorpio in her Venus. What I'm saying? Yes. And anybody who have Scorpio Sun or Scorpio in Venus, what has happened a lot of times, sometimes the person that who they've been dating the longest, whoever that was with the longest, they tend to always dip back to that person. A lot of times. Even if someone new is in the picture. What I'm saying? Yeah. So as I say, I'm saying if she's dating Scooter, you're exclusive, you shouldn't be meeting up with the ex, in my opinion. I'm saying, yeah, that's not a good look. I'm saying, yeah, and then when you paparazzi see you, you're screaming out, and I'm saying, yeah, I mean, leave me alone, and I'm saying, yeah, so that's what they show you here in the media, because, you know, it's not a good look, I'm saying, yeah. But when I look at this situation here for Scooter and Sweeney, he have to be careful, and I'm saying, yeah, because I see he can get his heart break, and I'm saying, yeah, I know it's when I look at Scooter and Sydney, the charts is not bad. You see the difference is just the Scorpio and the Gemini. The Scorpio and Gemini don't really work long term, but when you look at the charts, you go dive in. They can work. And I'm saying, yeah, he have that Cancer in Venus, and she have that Scorpio and Venus, and I'm saying, yeah, and then the Mercury's, and then they both moons in Capricorn. So they have a lot in common when coming to some parts of the chart that they can work, for a long-term relationship. And I'm saying, yeah. But when I look at this relationship here moving forward, and the fact that, I'm saying, she get caught sneaking, I'm saying, communicating with her ex, and you see him in the vehicle and stuff like that, I wouldn't really trust her, if I was Scooter, I'm saying, yeah, because I see that he can get his heart break, and knowing how he is, You know what I'm saying? Knowing how he have Cancer in his Venus and Mercury, and then his moon's in Capricorn and then Gemini. Gemini men, if they get hurt, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't want to cross Gemini, Libra, Scorpio, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Capricorn men, anything like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they can go down that rabbit hole of revenge, you know. So I see that Scooter have to be careful because I see he's smitten over her, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I am calling this early o'clock, yeah, because I was to do this video for a couple of weeks now and I keep putting it off. But then now I see this happen now, I said, let me drop this video quick as possible, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It doesn't really matter if Scooter proposed to Sydney Sweeney, that if he proposed to her or anything like that, if we're going to get married, I don't see it working long term. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is not going to work. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out and say, well, they're just friends now in the near future. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I don't see this is going to work long term. So as much as she's saying, you know what I'm saying, they leak out in the press and saying that she never getting back with the ex, I'm not buying that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I still see that she still have some type of feelings for ex. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jonathan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and he's an ex-Gemini too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got a lot of charm and he's Italian. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so he had that cockiness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Scooter is more quiet, more conservative, more cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Jonathan, ex, he had that bad boy swagger, Italian swagger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, So I can see that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then he had that Libra moon. Yeah. So I see certain things in the chat, but and as I say, when coming to Virgos, I always try to tell people that, Virgos have to like you. If you chase them down, don't like it, yeah, but, yeah, they don't like the little bad boy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my mom always tell you that, anybody with Virgos like to fix things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they like to fix things. So Scooter might be more organized, well put together, very organized and things like that. That might be a little too boring for Sydney, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she might like Jonathan because she feel like she can rescue him or save him or anything like that, anything you go into, anything like that. So I can see that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how Virgos is. Sometimes Virgos, some Virgos don't like the man some of the times, especially if the man is put together. The man is well organized, but nah, I don't like that. They want something they could find a fault, but they can fix or whatever it is. With Scooter, I don't see that she can find too much faults. I'm ready with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But when I look at Jonathan, I look at Scooter might be a little more, put together, more organized a little bit in certain ways over Jonathan. Jonathan, when I look at him, he might have certain flaws. And Sydney might feel like she could be able to save him or help him or something along that line. But for now, I still see some kind of feelings for X, because I say if it didn't have any feelings, she would have never met with him on November 1st. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the paparazzi just happened to catch them slipping. And I don't like that. I don't find that's not a good look for Scooter right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I am seeing that if he decides to still move forward with this relationship, you know what I'm saying? If he decide to move forward with this relationship, I don't see this will work out for him long term. I see problems will be for them down the road. You know what I'm saying? So whether he propose to her, whether he get married, I see that she will be the weakest link in this relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So Sydney, we calling it for Sydney being the biggest link. You know what I'm saying? Yes. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're seeing here. Yeah. I see that Scooter have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta watch his heart, you know what I'm saying, and make sure. So sometimes people can chase down something because of loss and everybody talking about it, and you have access to it, you can get it. But keeping it is one thing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I always tell you with Virgos, Virgos have to be in love first with you, you know what I mean? All in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if they're halfway in, they like you because you have access, you have the private jet, you have different things like that. You just go along, but that don't say that they're already in love with you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's just how it is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what we're seeing here for them, Scooter have to be careful, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sydney, I see that a lot of opportunities for her, you know what I'm saying? Her career is on and popping, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we've seen a lot of good stuff for her. I see that she also too will be moving into a new location, new home, new stuff, a lot of new stuff, a lot of gigs, a lot of opportunities for her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she just have to watch her mental health. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she needs to watch her mental health and stuff moving forward. But she having fun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she like the attention. She loving everything right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's not perfect. She have her own secrets. She have her own dark side in her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Scooter, he have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, moving forward with her. So if I were him, I would take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. So yeah, seeing what we see here Saturday, you know, is not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to me, I find that's kind of embarrassing. To me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, especially if you're chasing down. So as I say, for both of them, it's Scooter decide to move forward, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I see that he can get heartbreak. So it doesn't matter. I see, you know, if a child come, a baby come, whether they get married later down in the future, I see they'll run into problems. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. So more power to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we want to see everybody in love, you know? Yeah, but we don't see this you know, long term. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, short term, yes, but long term, no. You know, but and Sydney is the weakest link. All right, take care, guys. Don't catch video. Bye, and happy birthday to all my Scorpios. You know. All right, bye.